Save the world through dance? What does that mean? I know how to raise the collective consciousness, and I'm going to use the one I'm best at, dance. Because before I was self-taught, and then I learned from people. And I went to school to become a better, learn all the other foundations and basics that I missed. Add them to my repertoire. So I started with salsa to impress a girl in the Navy, and it worked. And then we dated for a day. Now, we had dated before. We were dating, and then she was like, let's learn salsa. But she had gotten out, so I was still on deployment, and she was at home. And she was like, I'm bored. And I was like, go learn salsa. So she got a tutor, instructor off of Craigslist. And then I was like, shit. So I logged off the computer, went to breakfast, and I was like, hey, Gosmer, do you know how to dance salsa? And he was like, yeah, of course. Why? Can you teach me? He was like, for sure. And then Franco was like, where are you going to go salsa? I'll dance with you. So yeah. So she was the first lady I led, and then he was my first instructor. And I got home, and she was waiting for me on the pier in a trench coat. Every sailor's fantasy. So we did a lot of sex, and then took a nap. Why am I telling that day? Oh, and then so we went dancing, and it was amazing. And then the next day, she moved back home to Pennsylvania. I mean, I saw her. Didn't work, obviously. But yeah, got out of the Navy, went to school for physics, got bored, took up dance. So then I studied for 2 years, and then I was like, I'm going to go dance. Became a professional dancer, yeah, taught ballroom in Beverly Hills. And then I got an interesting offer. So flew to Colombia to meet my brother who was teaching English, and then we went down the Amazon River into Brazil, Manaus. Got off there. Very interesting place. In the mountains. It's like a city in the middle of the rainforest. Yeah. We met a guy, and he was like, oh, y'all went to Manaus. And I was like, what? He was like, they say the women there have fire in their pussy. And I was like, well, that's what that was. I thought it was gonorrhea. JK. I didn't get anything there. I only left a thing. I didn't leave with anything. So, yeah, and then it was supposed to just be a month trip, so like week. It was just like travel to the city he was going to move to that he was teaching. He got a job teaching English, so we were just going to travel around while getting there, and then I was going to come back. But then I got there, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to stay. Ended up staying 2 years. And then I was like, holy shit, I can move from here down to Rio, start learning Zouk from Hinata Pachanga. But instead, I fell in love and then moved to Toronto to get domestically violated. And then I was like, okay, I'm out of here. The first weekend, like, what a trick. Like, oh, hey, move across the country, be a stepdad. I love you. Okay. Oh, you're here, you did it, you did everything I said? Now let me see your phone. What are you talking about? No. Who did you come here to fuck? I know you know a bunch of bitches in Canada. Well, I know 3 Canadians, and I don't know where they... What? This is weird. So she hit me. And then I gave her my phone and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm crazy. And I was like, yeah. Two crazy people aren't going to work. I think I'm going to go home. Touche. I didn't have a home. So I flew back to LA and I was like, wait a minute. Fuck did I do that for? So I was just sitting in an internet cafe like, oh, I messed up. And then a buddy hits me up on Instagram and he's like, yo, I don't know what you're doing, but like I miss you. I just moved. I got a dope place in Silver Strand with a nice futon couch. If you ever need a place. And I was like, can I come over tomorrow? Hopped on the whatever and got up there. And then yeah, chilled for a few months, got a job, moved in with another buddy who had bought a house that he fixed up. It looked nice. Like I saw it when he first got it, and then there I was like, oh, nice job. He already had a bed, and so I just chilled. Worked for, but I think I was there for about a year, and then COVID happened. I'm a dance instructor. Couldn't really get work, and then a bunch of other stuff happened. I was like, I think I'm being told to leave California. And I was deciding between the Dominican Republic, which I'm so glad I did not. Because the plan was to go be another stepdaddy. Yeah, the girl I dated, and then moved to Brazil, and then we were still talking, and then she was like, oh, I'm pregnant. And I was like, what the oh, expectations. Yeah. So she did that, and then I was like, man. But yeah. So yeah. Wait, no. In Brazil we were talking, and then by the time I was like, yeah, right. Oh, okay. We stopped talking because I was talking to the other lady, and then that interim, yeah, she got pregnant, and then I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah, I mean, if you want to come over, I do need someone to help watch the baby while I hold healing workshops. And she was like, you could come and do your dance therapy. We could just travel around doing that. And I was like, sign me the fuck up. But instead, I decided to go back to Houston, where I'm from, be around family, rejuvenate, work on myself. Did that, and I'm ready to leave. And a bunch of weird shit happened in the yeah between me moving back 4 years ago, a month and 4 years ago. So yeah, October. Yeah. So yeah, between yeah 4 years and 1 month ago to now, a lot has happened, which we'll get into. I think it's not necessary. Oh, it is. We need some origin story. So yeah, welcome to Turnerism. I hope you like me. It's oh, and then I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that they them does make sense. Yeah, because I would identify as they, but I also have multiple personalities. But they're not. It's not. It's not like Hollywood says. Mental illnesses because I'm real. I'm not an actor. I mean, I've taken acting classes and I'm active and I've been paid to act, but I'm not an actor. I'm a nobody. Except I am the fool formerly known as Loki, Carl Dwayne Turner Jr. the Third, who is definitely a somebody, but I am a nobody, so therefore I am they. Loki, Carl, and no one. Peace. Doja Cat, where you at, huh?